Google has spent, listen to this, more than $2.5 million lobbying in Washington, and that's just so far this year. According to our next guest, that is more than all of 2008 and 2009. For more on this, I do want to bring in Sheila Krumholz, Executive Director of the Center for Responsive Politics. That's a nonpartisan research group that tracks money and politics. She joins us live from Washington. Sheila, great to have you here on In the Loop. You know, I don't need to tell you, I mean, you're down there in Washington. It's a given that many companies, whether they're pharmaceutical, energy, or financial companies, they spend a lot in terms of lobbying. What stands out, though, about what Google is doing at this point?
Well, this is a company whose mantra is do no evil. And for an organization that has gotten so big, so fast, and is involved on so many political levels and on so many issues, it is difficult, I think, for them to maintain that kind of populist startup balance while also playing with the big boys. And they have firepower behind them. So people are concerned that they might be shifting their policy away from a kind of pro-consumer, pro-populist stance.
I've got so many questions. First of all, I mean, what could be potentially the implications then for consumers here, in your view?
Well, the issue is setting the rules for the internet. And so there are many activist organizations and individuals who are staunchly defending net neutrality and very concerned that in the case of Google, they are essentially colluding with Verizon with their August 9th agreement to set the rules in a way that is advantageous for the biggest companies and will not allow for freedom of information for other startups coming along and for wireless access. So it's a complicated issue.
It is a complicated issue. And I mean, is this why Google is spending so much more money? Is it because of that net neutrality issue?
Well, that's certainly one of the reasons. I mean, they have a lot of pots in the fire. They're involved with all kinds of bills in Congress, and but it is, I think, notable that they have increased their lobbying expenditures so much, from $4 million last year to almost certainly increasing that to over $5 million this year.
All right. So then when you look at kind of the universe and from the perspective of Washington, all the lobbying that goes on, you know, like I said, pick your sector, whether it's the drug industry, the energy sector, the financial services area. I mean, in terms of Google, where do they fit in? I mean, how much clout now do they have down in Washington?
Oh, they have enormous clout because they are so involved not just with lobbying, but also through campaign contributions. I mean, they're kind of the it company in technology as the most popular search engine, and again, working with Verizon, the second largest telephone utility. There's a considerable amount of clout here, both in Congress and with the FCC, the main target of their lobbying.
And they already, Sheila, have seen some success in terms of their clout down in D.C.
Yes, I mean, they've gone from 0 to 60 in just a few short years. They've gone from no lobbying expenditures to setting up a considerable presence here in Washington with their lobbying shop and through their expenditures. And again, the campaign contributions are the other side of that influence buying coin.
I mean, bottom line, Sheila, I mean, it's just a different Google going forward. It's a company that's been, you know, seen dramatic growth rates and so on, but it's a different company going forward as it's grown to this size, if you will.
I think it can't help but have that kind of discomfort as it experiences these growing pains. They've, again, gone from a startup and being very popular to using money to help them throw their weight around in Washington.
Just got a few seconds left here. In terms of that net neutrality battle, and I think, you know, we're all getting up to speed. We're learning more about this and the potential implications. Where are we in terms of this battle at this point? Got about 30 seconds here.
I think the FCC and Congress are going to be looking at this. Google and Verizon are waiting for them to approve it or to weigh in.